Batch number 71 today. It's going to be a Red Eye Rye. It's about the 6th time we've made this one, maybe 7th, maybe 8th. I'll have to check my sheet. We have the kettle on now. We're actually timing how long it takes to get up to the temperature strike water. I'm running 1 gauge. I got 1 gauge broken. This is going to be a dough of craziness. My digital gauge here, the battery took a crap. It's dead. I got one of these suckers. That's not accurate at hitting water properly. And my other gauge here we got set in there. And she's showing, I think, 10 degrees high. So it's going to be tough to hit the mash temperature this time. I normally do all my gauges, and this time they're all, they're kind of discombobulated. And here comes the wife with one of the best gauge in the world. I forgot I even owned it. Holy cow. You can't beat these old ones. Candy thermometer. So this is one shot over here. We're going to come over here to my setup. This is the grain build today. You got this ground up here. This is the rye. You got a bowl full of rice, and then the two-row, and the honey malts, and the carapils, and everything else that was in this thing that I don't know what it is because I didn't bring my sheet with me again. Okay, the dog's in here. We're coming back up to temperature. Everything's looking good, looking good, looking good. Right, Mr. Rupert? So this is the Red Eye Rye that I've made. Got to be number 6 or 7. We start with 2-row. 5 pounds of 2-row. 1 pound of white wheat. 1 pound carapils. 1 pound of caramel 60, 1.5 pounds of flaked wheat or flaked rice, and 5 pounds coming up here. You'll see it. 5 pounds. You don't need to stir it like that. You will just a little. Here's 5 pounds of the rye. It's a fully modified wheat or rye, and I'm not going to do a beta gluten rest, or I'm not going to do a protein rest this time at all on it. We're going to go directly into the mash. I ground this up last night. You don't even. I'm just going to let it fall in there naturally, unless we see dough balls. We'll be all okay. We're worried about getting a stuck mash with this. That's why we'll put this in last. Actually, the rice will go in last. The master will do a little stir here, so we can't blame it on the wife. You know how that goes, Dave. And a little flaked rice, 1.5 pounds. That'll just naturally soak in there nicely. That might have to be finely stirred a little bit on top, just to get it to go. Looks like we're off. We'll take a temperature reading on our gauge. Of course, I don't have another digital gauge working here. Wanted to begin high on this one, on the high end. Okay. 1. Want to be on the high end here. 152, 153. That's a little lower than I want to be. That's a little depressing. Looks like my grains are colder than I thought. We're still above the range. We might mash this for 90 minutes, just for the conversion. All right, that's it. We're going to cover this up. Anyhow, we're going to start the boil loft on the Red Eye Rye. It's probably going to steam up the camera. It always does, so I'll hold it back a little further maybe. Checking the color. Oh, that rye's coming through already. 5 pounds of rye. Oh, does that smell absolutely fantastic. So a quick little Vorloft here. We hope we don't get a stuck ton here this time. We're hoping we got that covered, but no rice hulls or nothing. I was waiting on my wife here. She took this clip that I normally use, and the clip's not here now. It's a nice dark red rye color. Why wouldn't it be? It's going to be a good beer. I've done this one. I think it said this is number 6. Not even sure. And then we might dry hop this one. We might not. We'll play it by ear. Thank goodness it didn't fall in. Oh. I got my clip. This clip kind of holds my funnel in place as I drain it into the boil kettle here. Just like that. I get so used to it. See it on the hops. Here's what they're looking like now. Got to get at them and get them straightened out, thinned out, pick the best bines that are going to grow. The other pot ain't doing too good. Might put one of these into the ground this year. This is 4 ounces of homegrown Cascade hops from the 2018 season. Ready to go in. It'll be followed up with 2 ounces of, what you decide on? Amarillo at the end. All right, we're going to get a pre-boil reading here. See how my eyes work on this one? Oh, looking good. You should walk outside to see it. I probably see a little bit better than the interior lights. Sunshine works a lot better. Oh, Christ. That does it. $10.55, boys. $10.55.
Why wouldn't it be?
So yeah, on with the boil here. I walked away, which was not too smart. This is just simple water I use to wash my stuff off with. Let me write down my pre-boil. 0.055. 10.55. Squirting it down, boys. Proteins are really trying to run amok. Proteins are running amok. I'm gonna have to throttle down here because she's just gonna want to come over. So we'll reset our gauge here before we put the hops in. I'll just let this hot break finish naturally because sometimes that's what it takes. I guess we'll let her go. She's actually rolling over now, so I turned it down a little bit. A couple seconds. Oh, there we go. Looking good. Oh, the smell of this rye. Oh, it's just fantastic. So I got to set my timer. So we're going to set the timer here. If we don't boil over, sometimes you just can't walk away. I suppose 46 minutes will do just fine. We'll start it by the time I get the bag of hops. How you doing? They're right here. Like I said, how's that for a snake of loveliness? Oh, they smell absolutely delicious. So here we go. 4 ounces of homegrown 2018 hops in there. Get ready to turn down your burner because it's going to act as a cover. It could act as a cover, and she could overflow. I got to get a spoon. We'll sink that in there in a minute. Yeah, she's trying to overflow now. So, turn it down a little bit more. And we set our timer for 40 minutes. We're going to go ahead and push that in with a spoon. I'll hold those 4 ounces of leaf hops in the muslin bag under the wort for a few minutes. Let the air come out. You can see more bubbles than normally here. I think you can pick up on there. I'm not sure the camera's getting at it or if it's all steamed up or not. Let that soak in really nice. Let it come up here and float, and should be good enough in a minute. Oh, I can smell those hops already. 2018 harvest. So on with the boil. Time for the rest of the last of the additions here. Shut that off. And we'll do it the old-fashioned way here, like I always do. This is my new Irish moss. I got a whole pound of Irish moss. So here we go. Some yeast nutrient, 1 spoonful. That's in. And I went back to the Irish moss because I thought it was a little cheaper. It does just as good a job. It says 1 spoonful. That's about what I give it, maybe a little touch more. So that's in. The Irish moss, yeast nutrient, they're in. What else? Last bag of hops, which are the, oh boy, the wife wrote them down here. Amarillo, 2 ounces of Amarillo. Oh, they smell delicious. So 2 ounces of Amarillo are in. And I'll set the timer, 15 more minutes to flame out. Then we'll get a reading on the refractometer, and we'll see what's going on. So, 15 minutes, we'll see you then. In the last couple minutes, I take my bag, 4-ounce bag of homegrown hops out, let them drain. They're pretty heavy, but get most of the juice out of them as we can. Otherwise, they sit at the bottom there when you drain it, and you lose some a little bit of wort. I do it this way just for the, I don't know, just the way to do it. All right, on the Red Eye Rye, the timer just went off, flame out. I'm going to transfer our wort chiller in. And then I got to turn it on myself because my helper isn't here today. So I got to turn the flame out first. I guess that's what I should do, not be in burn something up accidentally here. So, get this wort chiller out. A little harder to do by myself, but it'll be okay. Okay, that's in. Steam coming out. You got to be careful. You can get burnt. I'm going to go turn it on myself. Pulled the handle on the keg last night, and it pissed empty. So I switched it over to the other one. This is a little foam and stuff. So I got one more keg of this Misty Mango here. The wife loves it. I can't take it all. So we'll just take a little glass full. And a Miller Lite cup. How you doing?
I hate Miller.
So I actually despise it. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Temperature's dropping. Take a few minutes and I'll pitch the yeast. Of the Red Eye Rye is on its way to the fermenting bucket. The valve is closed.
Oh, it better be.
Wort chiller's off. And get the package of yeast very shortly and pitch the yeast, put the bubbler in, and we call this batch done. She's draining slowly. It's time to pitch the yeast, my friends. Why the hell am I singing that song? Anyway, I'll find my scissors. All sanitized. Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize.
Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize.
cut the scissor pack, scissor open, or the scissor pack. The yeast pack open, sprinkle it in, not out. Works better if it's put in. Get your cover. Throw your scissors on the floor. Find the bubbler, you know you put in there. That's right there. Put your cover on. Snap that puppy into place. Bubble me. Bubbler. And we are done with the 5th edition, I guess, of Red Eye Rye. And I'll just take this. No more lifting, my back is killing me. We'll slide this over to our brew corner and let her sit.